What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Podcasters. This is our Sunday session. Sorry, correct that. Saturday session. You know, new layout, some added crew into this party. You know what? It was real fun last week. We got them all together. They all came through a rift in the universe of sorts. There's some extra powers in the cosmos at work here, and they have no idea possibly why they're in this realm, where I brought them to. They have no idea if they were meant to go here, if one of them caused it. None of them I've given no spoilers out to them, for real. And I hope to keep it that way as far as keeping them aloof, because I'm going to tell you, last week, where our party left off, they were brought together through a hurricane of sorts, appeared in a swamp on a sailing ship with a vampire. They fought, killed it within an hour or so of our gameplay, and then I improv'd it through for the second half. And then telling of that, they met a village of goblins. They found out some goblins were being captured and taken away in the middle of the night by some lizard creatures of sorts. We met our new party members, Roon and Arlo, and we saw that Arlo has...
And Creechy. Don't forget Creechy.
And Creechy. Yes, Boom Boom has brought some of his own followers and new puppets, toys. I don't know what you want to call them, Boom Boom. And you know, it was really good. So last we left off, the party had started taking rests overnight at the Marshtuck Swamp. Or I'm sorry, they are resting with the goblins of that are the Marshtuck tribe that are out of the Salsville Swamp, the Salsvolt Swamps, and they are currently taking their first night rest as a party together. They had defeated a vampire, as I said earlier today. In this day, they had found a note that was from a distant land. There were some epiphanies made from nightmare terrors and some worldly travels with Roon of this land of Barovia. Yeah, and as I said goodbye to the players, they took their shifts of rest. Roon, you ended up hearing what you would think is a dragon, a loud roar. Think like Jurassic Park, like just dinosaur roars, like loud roars, one big loud one in the middle of the night, coming to more like the northeast direction. And then you also saw a figure in the middle of the night, and it disappeared. And then who took second rest was Arlo. You actually had a good rest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, nothing.
And then
nothing happened.
Remus, you ended up seeing what you could have swore.
I'm pretty sure I saw Damien.
Pretty sure you saw Damien, but then again, when you blinked, it just kind of the shape, the silhouette was kind of gone. And he was walking off to the more north direction. Wait, let me see. Yeah, more northwest direction, if anything. Okay.
Do you tell Boom Boom that?
So let's say we'll say right there we're gonna pick up as as Remus. Your shift is ending, and it's now morning as you're coming to, like 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll say.
That was really weird. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll wake up. I mean, we're not really in a hurry, so I guess I'll wait for everyone else to wake up. But is the like tribe leader awake?
Scratch Snuff. Oh, sorry, I didn't go over. So Scratch Snuff, the tribe leader. Yeah, I'd say he would probably be one of the first awake. He's not the first, but he's within that like first early risers. He probably woke up around 6:45 and started like, you know, kind of telling one or two of the younger goblins that are waking up. You definitely see Jericho is among this crew, the one that you guys first met that was giving out the meat. He was one of the first ones. He's telling them to kind of go off to the woods, go collect fire for the day. You start to hear kind of talk about Little and Goblin, but it looks like he's trying to give like daily tasks off.
Okay. Yes.
Boom boom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that I believe Boom Boom is aggressively big spooning Jericho. He's holding him like he would a cat.
Oh yeah, you guys finished off, or you bought the other giant bottle of alcohol
Yes.
they had.
Yeah, oh yeah, Boom Boom.
Yes. You bought the bottle of alcohol.
He got turned and now he's aggressively like spooning Jericho as they sleep.
So around like quarter to 7-ish, earlier in the morning, you feel this little creature try to crawl out of you, and you notice. I don't know. Do you wake up if he's trying to get out?
No, I'll let him go.
Okay.
Boom's
All right.
on
So
a
you
creep.
feel him
He
kind of
just-
get out, and when he gets out, you feel
He said it
another
was like
body.
a pet. Like he's like little guy. Oh,
Yeah.
Boom Boom will hug you.
So while you were spooning him, as he gets up, you feel a female goblin figure just kind of slide into place where he was, or that he was spooning. So she just kind of falls into place of just like, all right, she's still sleeping, and he gets up and you start to hear him start talking and getting ready for the day. And yeah, so Remus, you start to see them kind of getting ready.
Was Rooney asleep by the fire? I think I went back to the fire to fall asleep. Yeah.
He was he had his back on a log, and it looks like he was looking out on the grounds.
Yeah.
Which is where you kind of saw the figure, and then you started to fall asleep there.
All right. So I'm just gonna wake up naturally. Like I hear, the town starting to wake up. I'm assuming, or Remus something wakes me up, birds. But I'm gonna just wake up naturally and make my way over to the area where everybody was sitting earlier to just kind of see what's going on.
Yeah. And as you do, there is a goblin there that has this like hunk of an animal just kind of cutting off, and has a big frying pan, big skillet style, and just starts sizzling just meat for the morning.
Yeah, might as well go get some.
It's trying to talk to you. You sleep well? Kind of hands off.
Yeah, mate, but I'm not a big talker in the morning. Just I'll take something to eat, please.
Oh, okay. And just hands over a piece of meat, stick probably, just...
Gonna take it over to one of the logs, sit down, and munch away till the rest of my party wakes up.
Okay.
Cool. Howard is going to...
Did you end up going to where you wanted to go? You were asking about Scratch Enough.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to Scratch Enough, and once he's awake, I'm just going to ask him if I can talk to him for a second.
Okay, cool. We'll talk. Here, let's figure that out right now. You walk up and you kind of see him as he's directing a couple of the younger ones kind of off, and he kind of waves them, going, listen, everything okay? Good morning?
Good morning. Yes, everything's okay. We're very new to this land. I know I've never been here before. I don't know. Can't say that for everyone in the party, but is it common to see people and then them not to be there?
I mean, no, not commonly, unless some magic is at hand, possibly.
Interesting.
That's not normal here. People aren't just there and gone.
You never know. I don't know. I don't want to say I saw a dead person and then they just vanished, but I assume he's dead.
At dead person and vanishing, he just kind of looks at you a little wide-eyed, like, okay. Anything we should be worried about?
No, he was a pretty simple fellow that tagged along with us for a little bit, but I feel I should talk to the rest of the party first to see what they have experienced first with this kind of stuff before. I just figured you guys have been traveling around here. You may have seen some strange things as well.
I mean, you see strange creatures and beasts, but I mean, people and wizards cast spells and magic, and some people are able to go invisible, but nothing spirity like that's ever happened to us.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, if anything comes of it, I will let you know. But other than that, I would just say carry on with your daily things.
You too. Thank you. Please go get food too. Kind of says as he's walking him, kind of like, all right, try to be hospitable.
Yeah, I'll go grab some food. I see Roon sitting down.
Okay.
I'm going to plop down next to him and ask him how his watch went.
Well, pretty uneventful. Did I see? I can't remember. Did I see something aside from hearing anything? I didn't see anything, right? Or I saw a figure.
You saw a figure, and you got a pretty detailed, that like very gauntly, greasy hair, just kind of like sunken looking face-ish, almost deadish type of a character.
That's like, basically what I explained to him.
Yeah.
That I saw that, and then there was a point where I was starting to nod off, and all of a sudden I heard a roar out in the distance. I don't know if you've ever heard of a dragon's roar, but I sure as hell have heard of one, and that's what it sounded like.
Remus just kind of looks puzzled for a second. He hasn't heard a dragon before, but he knows it's not a common thing, at least where he's been. I guess would that comparison of what he saw be similar to how I saw Damien?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He actually describes it more in detail from what you saw of him. Whether it may have been him, he saw him a little bit at more of a closer distance. Chris probably saw him probably about
basically Damien that I described. Okay.
Yeah, like you described Damien to him, but like Roon saw him from about 30-foot distance.
I saw him like 100.
You saw him at like that 65, 80-foot out, like oh shoot, is that him? Where you were like, Roon, you're sitting down sleeping, and he was kind of at the top of the hill, kind of walking down in the direction. But then he disappeared.
Interesting. I didn't hear any roars during my watch, but I did have I don't know if it's a vision or if I saw the same fellow for a moment and then vanish. It sounds like our previous friend Damien, but we lost him up in the north.
Lost him? What does that mean?
Well, he was with us for a while, and then when we left we had collapsed the temple. This was all getting the antidote for the frigid woe, and then once we were out, he wasn't with us. Or had he left? Had we disappeared before we got there?
He had disappeared in the commotion of you guys leaving.
Okay, yeah. So we collapsed the temple. We were all getting out, and then he just wasn't to be found.
Think he survived the collapse?
He should have. He's a simple fellow from what I knew. A little bland, a little dreary, but he's capable. He should have made it out with us, and we just didn't see him there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a little strange that I got ripped from my world, ended up in this world. I don't remember him on the boat. And if you lost him a long time ago, how did he get here?
It had, yes, maybe 10 or so days. We had our ship voyage, and then you guys had appeared. But he shouldn't have been anywhere near our boat. But at the same time, you and Arlo are from different worlds or lands, and it could be anything. I don't know much of magic. I'm a simple man sometimes.
Well, let's see what the others think. Let's see if they've seen anything.
All right. Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, I assumed he was dead when he didn't come out with us, so it's even stranger to me.
Strange.
Well, this conversation's happening. Rest of the party, you guys waking up anytime soon?
Yeah, Howard's gonna get up. Okay.
I'm waiting to be woken up.
Okay.
Howard was going to get up, see the rest of the party, Remus and Roon, I guess, gathering around.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to rub his eyes. They were eating food, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to make my way over there, sit down next to them. Yeah. What's up, guys? What's on the menu for the breakfast this morning?
I don't know. It's some good meat, though. Got it over there at the grill by that bloke.
Thanks. I'll head over and grab some. Make my way back. So what's on the menu for today, boys? Where are we headed after this?
See anything weird last night?
No. Whatever that meat that they gave me last night knocked my out. It was it's pretty good stuff. Why? Was there something happening, or what did I miss?
Roon and I had both seen something a little strange during our watches. Nothing happened or anything, but I guess we should see what happened during Arlo's as well.
Yeah, let's go wake him up. Somebody go wake up that big bloke.
Arlo's awake, and if you scan around the village, he's been awake for a while. You'll see him off to the side with he's got like a piece of wood with just like papers scrawled across it, and his goggles down, magnifying his eyes, and he's like furiously working with some food off to the side, and just like kind of sipping at something and then chewing and working and working. He's just.
I want to scan around and see if I scan to think. Do I see him? Is it a busy morning right now? Can I see him easily, or from where we're sitting?
Are you within the circle of tents, or are you kind of outside in the outskirts?
Wherever the little fire area was. Oh, Arlo.
Arlo.
I'm just kind of I'm staying within the tents because I know with the lizard people and stuff, I'm not going too far. So I'm staying I'm kind of in a quiet space. I'm not trying to be hidden necessarily, just trying to hide from the bustle.
Yeah, I'd say Roon, you could see him easily then. Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna be like, "Oi, mate, little man," and I see him look up, and I'm gonna say, "Why don't you go wake up that big man and get over here? We've got some news for you."
All right. And he'll gather up his papers and kind of roll it up real quick with a small piece of twine. And I will go in and I'll take whatever food I have and actually just run it under Boom Boom's nose to wake him up because I know hitting him or something will end badly for me. So I figure if I just put food out, I might be a little safer. So I'm just gonna take a stick of meat or something and run it under his nose.
So as you go to put it under his nose, apart from Boom Boom, you actually see this female goblin head just kind of start to look up at you as well. Nothing frisky is happening. It's just more or less, it's literally just cuddling, spooning. She just is still sleeping, and now she's oh. Boom Boom, I don't know, are you to wake up to the smell, or?
I will wake up. I will immediately be confused by the situation. I'll look at the female goblin and say, "You are not Jericho, but Boom Boom is not inappropriate. So Boom Boom appreciate the cuddles, but hopefully you not take advantage of Boom Boom."
No. And she looks at Jericho had to go get ready. I was staying warm.
Boom Boom appreciate the filler, and he rubs her on the head and goes, "You go away. You Boom Boom do not know you. Where is this food that Boom Boom smell and dream? Where Boom Boom
just shove it in his mouth."
Hey, yo. I go, swallow it in one shot and go, Boom Boom appreciate. Boom Boom have long night. He go relieve water in woods. Boom Boom walks away.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves because he's gone for at least 30 seconds in real time.
What direction are you?
The fire.
What direction are you going?
Whatever straight is from when I wake up. You tell me.
All right, give me 1 second, because this can determine something. That's why.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Famous last words. This could determine something.
Oh boy.
Nope, you're good.
Great. All right. What do we got left?
So yeah.
Right, 15 seconds. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys believe in angels and? No. So Boom Boom comes back.
All right.
It's
Anthony's like,
Wait, what?
Boom Boom comes back and he's like, Boom Boom has relieved himself. It had been a long night for Boom Boom. While you wake Boom Boom up, he feel rested, but he could have slept all day.
who's gonna tell? I mean, I don't know who this guy is. I think Remus is gonna have to tell you what we saw last night.
I don't even know what's going on. I didn't see anything last night. I've been working on my.
Oh, not Remus. What's what's his name?
Right.
I forgot his name.
It is Remus.
Oh, it is Remus.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen anything. I was working on something all night and this morning, and
What were you
still
working on?
Yeah, I slept like a baby, so I'm good.
Oh.
Your inventions intrigue Boom Boom to no end. Now Boom Boom has gun that make the noise of Mama favorite song go Mama good music when mama hear good music. And
True.
you give that to Boom Boom. So Boom Boom asks you what you work on. Can it benefit Boom Boom? Can Boom Boom do anything to have this benefit Boom Boom?
I show him the pictures, and it's just some of the sketches of the gun, like just trying to figure out how guns work and how to rebuild one. And then there is one sketch that catches your eye, and it's a drawing of Arlo's bracer, but the barrel of the gun attached to the top of it, and with the contraption that looks like it might be he's trying to figure out how to do like a one-shot bracer to have like a hidden gun in his
Deadshot
arm.
style.
So,
Boom Boom
Yeah.
enjoy this. Boom Boom, unfortunately, cannot give you gun because it is all Boom Boom have. They would not give Boom Boom bigger gun, which Boom Boom asked for. He should have demanded because Boom Boom big. Like you.
I might figure out how to build it myself. I'll keep working on it.
Boom Boom would like to talk about this more. We will have time to talk when we walk.
How
Hey,
late
what's
did you
going
say
on
you were
with
up
this?
working on that? How late did you say you were working on there?
Just until Remus came by and tagged me out.
All right.
Remus, you look like you have something on mind. Do tell Boom Boom. Boom Boom is brother. And I aggressively hug Boom Boom. I mean, Remus rather. And then I release him and I go, you should probably tell Big Brother things because Boom Boom wake up. He have food shoved in mouth. He wake up next to a small woman. He not know, but Boom Boom very respectful.
That is true. I saw the respect. I felt it. So it sounds like Roon and I. Well, Roon kind of confirmed it for me. I thought I was crazy this morning. We had both seen
Remus
Damien.
is never crazy. Remus is never crazy. Remus is purple. Purple people are never crazy.
Damien was off in the distance walking, and Roon said he had seen him much closer, though Roon's never even met Damien before.
Where is this distance you talk about?
I point
Boom
in
Boom.
the direction of
And I do
motion.
the same thing. We point in the exact same direction.
Well, in that case, Boom Boom know what to do. I immediately start walking in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, Howard's gonna
Oh,
follow.
man.
Puzzled by the whole thing. Howard's gonna follow.
I do turn back and I say, small people, Boom Boom bid you fair adieu. If you come across small dragon creatures, Boom Boom crush their skulls. But Boom Boom must find Little Brother. Little Brother lost in woods. Boom Boom will find.
I
So I-
really follow him, and I'm just boom. We lost him when we collapsed that entrance.
We will find him. Damien know where to go.
How is he here? If he is here,
I would say Mama probably bring him because Mama know everything.
you know.
How do you not know this by now, brother? And I aggressively hug him again. Release, and then continue walking faster.
I take a look at this goblin sitting next to me. I take the last bite of the food and I look at him and go, I don't know. And I just follow along like, what the hell? Let's do this.
There you go.
Yeah, as Howard's following, he's gonna turn to Remus and be like, "Are you absolutely sure it was Damien you saw?"
I wasn't as sure, but Roon had seen him much closer, and from what he described him as, there's no one else it could be.
So as I catch up, I hear him saying that, and I say, if Damien looks like this, and I describe him the way you say I saw him, then that's your man.
That's interesting. Yeah, because we went in those ruins, and he disappeared. We searched all over. We had nowhere idea like where he would have gone. So.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is very on brand for Boom Boom. So Boom Boom stops and he goes, wait. Boom Boom have plan. Boom Boom find Little Brother easy. I pull out the pistol, I go, pow! I go, come! Boom Boom! The soundtrack behind the whole thing.
I haven't decided if it was a mistake or a gift to give that to him yet.
I look at Remus and I ask, is this Damien really blood brother? Like, is this really his brother?
Remus chuckles to himself for a minute. So we actually like took him from. You remember how we told you that painting burst into flames because of Mama?
Oh yeah.
That group of, I don't want to say vigilantes or tradesmen, but we scared this man so much that he joined us and joined the cause, and he is now a true follower of Mama.
I don't want to be a but I will say this, that I did make it very clear that when we were walking through the woods, I told my entire backstory, including the kidnappings.
Yes. There's portions where I zoned out because I was like,
course.
because Roon's like, so when he said he was going to tell me everything that happened up until he met us, he told me everything from like his history, his growing up experiences, and by the time we got there, I was zoning out.
Right,
and vast amount of stories.
You guys came to a different world and everything, so no disrespect whatsoever. However, I just want to be on record and say that Boom Boom mentioned the kidnappings.
That's amazing.
Arlo may or may not be writing a book about Boom Boom stories.
That's amazing. All right, awesome.
So as you're shouting, I'll say make an investigation check.
Absolutely. Who, me?
Anyone that wants to look for anything. This is it. Let me know what you all want.
Where are we, by the way? Like, what's our surroundings? Where did we end up?
Boom Boom sees nothing. I got an 8.
You guys are currently at. Hold up, right here.
Okay.
You guys are currently walking through some plains type low, like grass fields, kind of think Lord of the Rings 2 when they're like traveling through like the grass, like the rolling hills.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So you're kind of going through like kind of that, and it kind of gets kind of dry earth. So it's very flat, very kind of moundish here or there, very open. You're wide out in the open, more or less. If you're keeping more to the northwest direction, kind of where you pointed, to your left, there's gonna be like the whole edge of the swamp and that forest that kind of separates your area.
So we can see the tree lines.
Yeah, you can see a tree line to your left. Thank you for that. Tree line to your left, and then like there's certain mounds of hills every now and then.
All right, so I'm just gonna kind of scan because I rolled an 18 plus 321.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 16, so whatever.
18.
Walking.
Man.
I'm just completely walking forward because I got an 8. Boom Boom see nothing. Boom Boom will just continue to go.
As I'm kind of walking, I'm looking around and scanning and doing my best to see if I can't pick anything up.
Mm-hmm. And you actually do notice with that, especially being the traveler, you notice off in the distance, you don't know if it's far away or if it's so close, it's kind of about 20 feet or so, and you see a bump out of the ground that from a distance probably look like a hill, but as you get closer, it looks more like the top of a shell, almost like a turtle shell, but looks like a creature shell in the ground, kind of like something's burrowed into the ground.
Is it a shell or something of a creature that I recognize? Like I recognize this is a creature. This isn't land.
Yeah. As you got closer,
Based
you're
on my
recognizing
travels.
this is a creature of sorts. This is possibly a body part or something, but you see this big moundish shell looking.
Who's closest to me in this line that we're walking? Remus.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Remus
So I just kind of elbow him and go, mate, check that out over there. And I point out and I try to like, motion where the hump is over in the distance and say, see that mound over there? I don't think that's land. I think there's something living over there. I think that's a creature.
So I also see the turtle shell, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
My eyes kind of widen for a bit. And I remember that Boom Boom had given Damien the tortoise shell that he had taken from the cook before sending him through the wall.
Yep. I mean, this is looking similar to it. So for CRISPR, I probably could have said this without better. It's about the size of like TMNT turtle style. About that. So as you're coming up closer, you're noticing that this is now a shell.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it empty?
If you guys continue to approach, you do find that it is empty.
I've continued to walk forward, by the way.
It's honestly, Boom Boom from your direction, unless anyone redirects Boom Boom, it's more to his left than his. So if he keeps walking straight, it's off to his left, and he's gonna miss it unless someone points it out to him.
Yep.
Oh, hey, big guy, turn around here. We found something.
Can I fit inside the shell?
Yes.
Yes, if you walk up to it and you go straight, you are small enough to pop inside the shell completely.
Can I check the shell to see if possibly Damien was one like the shell that he might have used or whatever that might have been discarded and disappeared or whatnot?
I'll say if you guys walk up to it just normally, easily enough, this is the same shell, or at least very similar to the shell that Damien was wearing at some point. It looks like it looks a little darker, a little more beat up. Possibly some like burnt, like singes, like almost like fireball attacks were hitting it. You don't know. If you want to make investigation,
Do I recognize that those singes, like what that means when I look at that? Because I feel like I know what that is.
I'm inside of it, just so I totally did crawl inside of it.
Okay. You crawled in. You can fit in. It's either for Roon, he would recognize this as a clear, like magician level, like this is someone casting fireball.
Okay.
Or it's a very light fire blast, possibly from a creature, whether a dragon or something that can imitate like fire breath of sorts.
I get you. Okay.
It's one of those two in that direction.
I'm just kind of looking at like to myself, rubbing my hands over that spot that's kind of singed.
Mm-hmm. It's warm, and parts of the shell kind of maybe even like break off and like ash a little. But the other part is that this is a hardy, like, if you were to try to chop through this or hack through it with a sword, this is going to take some time to get through. This is a heavy duty shell. And possibly belong to I don't know if you would recognize a tortoise, a basically Ninja Turtle race, but giant shell. This belonged to one of them. This came from an actual like humanoid figure. So you may recognize that from your travels. Arlo, you definitely don't recognize this. You can relate this to like a giant large tortoise type shell.
How big is it compared to Arlo? He's like 3 feet tall-ish. He's 3 feet inches.
Roon, for comparison size, Roon could probably wear this, and it would come up to his back of his neck and probably down to his kneecaps around.
And
so
I'm 5'5".
Maybe a little bit bigger then. Probably if you wore it, it'd probably come up to back of your neck and then maybe down to like below your calves.
So I can full like doghouse live in this.
Yes, you can doghouse into this if you wanted to.
Can we take this with us? I have some ideas.
Boom Boom, is this the shell you gave him?
I walk up. I would like to smell it.
Smell it.
I don't know if that's something I do, but
Sure.
I go.
Make a roll. Just give me a roll.
What kind of roll?
Perception roll?
All right.
Let's go for a perception roll on smell.
I got a 15.
Smells like mama. This has like this brimstone-y smell. That when she's talked to you before, you kind of have this reminiscent, sort of like your axe.
This is shell that Boom Boom gave to little brother Damien, but now you have it because you smallest one. Boom Boom will carry for you, and you can do your whatever to it. But we now continue to go that way because that is where little brother is. That is the direction you say little brother is. And Boom Boom, do not leave brother behind. Boom Boom not care about anything else you tell Boom Boom. Dragons, Boom Boom will wear them. Boom Boom make hat of them. Boom Boom not care. Mama protect Boom Boom. Boom Boom will go. And I literally dash with the shell.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look around. Is there any like tracks leading in and out around the area of the shell?
Oh no, you did roll an 18 before, right?
Yeah.
You see tracks going east, but they're very spaced out. Like the footing doesn't make sense. But there's where the shell was. It's heading east.
Is that the same direction that Boom Boom's heading?
If I don't know, I thought Boom Boom was just heading north still.
Oh, okay.
But unless someone pointed those out and he ran east or changed, I don't know.
That's up to you. Did someone point it? Because Boom Boom is going the direction that he thinks his brother is.
Yeah, I'm about to
going north.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hey, Boom Boom, there's actually these tracks. They're leading this way.
Boom Boom will follow
He
the
might have
tracks,
gone this way.
I dash that way.
Yep.
Okay. You're dashing.
I'm
You're
literally
running, like,
dashing.
Is everyone else trying to follow up with him?
60 feet of speed. I'm
Still
doing
in the shell. I never got out of the shell. If he picked it up that fast,
Oh yeah, he's still on my back. So he's in the shell.
Are you wearing the shell, or you just kind of have it slung over?
No, I'm wearing it and Arlo.
You have a
I
plus
kind of
one
want
to
to
your
see
AC, by
Arlo
the
go
way.
super big, and then all of a sudden, Boom Boom's on his back. I'm gonna follow. I'm immediately gonna follow.
Okay. You guys start following.
Yeah, I'm just like the whole time I'm running, I'm going, we will find little brother, little brother. Boom Boom will find him. And then Boom Boom will find. He's just going.
Just
All right.
like a pair of jeans in the washer in that shell.
Yep.
Make an investigation check or make perception. We'll say, are you taking breaks to kind of keep track of the steps?
I am not.
You're not? Okay, so make a perception check with disadvantage.
Great. I mean, it sucks anyway. I got a -1s. So, all right.
Is anyone else tracking along the way or attempting to follow, or are they just blindly running with Boom Boom?
Hey, Anthony, what do you want?
No,
The 3 or the 4? I roll a 3 and a 4.
Well, real quick, was anyone trying to stop Boom Boom from just dead sprinting, or are they just going to follow him blindly?
I'm going to track at my own pace, though. Like, kind of somewhat keeping up, but not, like, full-on sprint after Boom Boom.
I was gonna say, I think I'm with Howard. We're trying to making sure he's still in eyesight and like shouting distance, but we're trying to at least keep the trail of the prince.
And that's
Okay.
where Roon's with. I'm with them as well.
Okay.
Arlo's in the washing machine on my back.
And for reference, because it wouldn't fit, my arm is holding the spear, so the spear is sticking out of the back of the shell.
What's hilarious is in real life, Graig could probably wear me as a backpack. I like this scenario.
So basically, you're saying that Boom Boom's running with a shell on him and a spear across it, so he's Donatello right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally
Nice.
Donatello. Yeah.
Nice.
And he's green.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm so concerned Arlo's gonna just have a concussion when we finally stop.
I feel like Boom Boom would sense this and yell back and be like, little brother is okay. Boom Boom will protect, Mama will protect. And
I no longer have an intelligence of 16. It's a 6 now.
I need you to take a point of exhaustion for this.
I do have a backpack that you could like grip onto so you're not like being put through the fucking ringer, you know?
Your head's
That's
just like popped out and you're just holding on for dear life.
Kind of what I'm seeing. So
So yeah, we're definitely investigating the tracks, but right
So-
behind them, but keep
You
them in
can
sight.
tap me too and be like, Boom Boom, put me on his shoulders, and I'll stop and put you on my shoulders and we can rocket and Groot again.
you guys can do that. Just hold on. So until we get there, because I want the other party to catch up. Two of you, I'll say, so one of you has to keep an eyesight. The two of you will make an investigation check. So, what, Roon and Remus?
I'll make an
Roon and Howard?
investigation.
I'll keep watch on them. You guys
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Just straight
Investigation.
investigation.
That makes sense. I
Nice.
feel like Remus would keep an eye on Boom Boom.
Ugh.
They're like,
4.
15.
Okay. You see that the tracks, you can notice, they're starting to get wider, like farther out apart. So the strides are starting to get larger.
Is he a giant?
Footprints are the same size, but like it's just becoming less apparent. And as you end up getting closer to Boom Boom, they kind of start to keep breaking more and more farther apart, and you start to see like where it was left, right, maybe now it's left, right, left. Now a right foot, like it's getting farther and farther out, more sporadic. The footsteps.
I rolled a 15, so I don't know there's anything extra to that, or that's
No,
basically-
that was with the 15. That's kind of what
Okay.
you got. Whereas now it's just kind of starting to just disappear as much.
Okay.
So I figured like you point out to Roon as
Yep.
well.
Yep. Just basically follow, and then I'll kind of say the same thing to Remus and try to catch up with Boom Boom if we can.
I'd say, you know what, with the 15, you also noticed the like the lizard, like clawed like footprints as well. Kind of what you would think is a dragonborn, but possibly lizard folk, possibly koboldish. Think like three-pronged toes, kind of claw foot, almost like a dragon, like humanoid.
Are they like big footprints or smaller?
Child to teenager human size. So smaller, like at the smaller end, but not full on like large, meaty prints.
Okay.
So you guys
So
would
then-
both see that as well.
All right. Then I'll shout out to Boom Boom. Hey Boom Boom, this may not be Damien's tracks.
I go, I do like one of those like the slide stop, and I turn. At that point, I take the shell off. I take Arlo out. I put him on my shoulders. I put the shell back on, and I turn and I go, Boom Boom, not understand.
Damien doesn't have claws for feet.
Then someone take Damien. Boom Boom find. Use spine for whip.
I got nothing, guys. So let's
This
go.
guy's he's matter of fact, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
So was he moving in the direction of the footprints still, or do they still go in a straight line? Like I'm just gonna say let's follow the prints and see where they go.
They were moving in that same direction, but as you're catching up to Boom Boom, they're just kind of getting less and less.
So I
it's
say
not
we go until we don't see him anymore.
okay.
I go,
Goggles down, spear forward.
hold tight, little brother. You and Boom Boom must land. Let us joust. And then bop, I'm off.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
We're like
You guys are-
Master Blaster right now. It's sick.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
So you guys are all following Boom Boom, charging for another, we'll say, Boom Boom charging with you three kind of keeping an eye on the trail. Probably can go for another 20 minutes or so at full sprint with Boom, trying to catch up to Boom Boom. And after about a half hour, they just kind of start to dwindle, and you see the last foot has stopped. But yeah, Boom Boom's like another 50 feet ahead of you still.
Oh, so it's run out now.
Yeah, it's starting to run out. So you guys walk for about a half hour or so, and they just start to keep trailing off less and less, and now they just kind of stop.
So I'm just gonna kind of come to a stop, and I'm assuming the other guys are gonna start stopping too. But I'm gonna yell for Boom Boom. Oi, big boy, come on back, man. We've lost it now.
I like slide again. I turn back. I go, what we lose, brother in north?
I'm gonna take a swig of water too, because by now I'm just tired of running, trying to keep up with them big legs.
Okay.
So we lost the prince. We can't find him. We don't know where he's going from here.
Oh, Boom Boom, not. Oh. I turn to Arlo. I go, I tap him on like the leg. I go, Boom Boom did not want to yell. Boom Boom was going to walk back. So I just start walking back. I eventually get there.
While we're stopped and waiting for them to come back, what do we see around us?
Yeah. What's our surroundings? Where are we?
So as you guys, you guys were kind of still in this valley-ish hill, like grassy plains, like open valley. It's starting to get kind of less grassy and more of a dry, earthy material. You have a long tree line to your left that, as you guys have been heading east, it's following you the whole way through. And to your, let's see real quick, what else? Yeah, it's just kind of, so as you're going, you're getting a tree line off to your left, heavy, dense forest. Kind of looks very dark and very ominous. think of like Lord of the Rings, the forest with the wizard in it, where Gandalf was, where it's like, yo, we don't go in there because like people like disappear.
Ooh,
Like
I
it's
wanna
like
go there.
creepy, like foresty type, dark wizard type ish.
Did any of us get a map while we were talking to the goblins? Did any of us try to procure any kind of map?
Not in the least. We all got drunk.
No one discussed
I got
about getting an
drunk,
actual
you
map.
mentioned Damien, and we took off.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
No one did anything productive with the
So
goblins.
can I scan the tree line? I know it's dark, but I mean dark vision helps, right? Doesn't that kind of can I see past the tree line? Can I scan the tree line, or can I just kind of scan the area and see if there's anything of interest that's heading in any other direction? Do I see any sign that that maybe the prince went elsewhere?
make an investigation roll. So yeah.
Oh yeah, hopefully let's see. Oh, that's not bad. 13.
There you go, Roon.
Not bad. You see probably what you would say is about a mile or two off in the distance, east ahead of you guys, where you were going. You see a big smoke billowing up like in the air. So you know if it's a campfire, you don't know, but you do see a big thing of smoke going up that way. If you do glance in the forest with that roll, you think you see you definitely see a pair. You see off like side glance, like as you look at it, you see off like to the back, almost like you can't focus on it. When you try to look at it, it's not there, but you could swear you see pairs of eyes staring at you, like 2 or 3 sets of eyes.
And where's the smoke coming from? In what direction?
To the east. The trees are to your
The direction we're going already.
Yeah, the smoke is in the direction you're going already. The forest where you're seeing the eyes, those are to your left, to the north side. And then if you did do a quick overall, you probably would hear some like noises coming from the forest. Think of like some birds,
All right.
General stuff like that. Yeah.
So 2 things, guys. Up ahead, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's definitely smoke. So it's either a campfire or a settlement. But I don't want to alarm you. We're being watched.
Boom Boom never alarmed. Boom Boom would suggest we go and we find these things that watch Boom Boom and family. And if need be, we remove head from body. And then I reach down to my back, my belt. I come over the head and I go, "Is that right, Boom Boom?" I believe it is right, Harpington. No one asks your opinion. Well, you should ask me in the first place. No, Harpington. No one needs to hear from you. Oh, no. Now we have this one. I put that back. I pull up another hat. It's like, hey, Boom Boom, we should probably go check out them eyes. And I'm like, oh, Creechy, you, of all people, should know. Boom Boom, obviously, no, we go deal with eyes. And then, well, Boom Boom, we should probably go do... look, Creechy, you go away now. And I put that down. And I turn to everyone and I go, well, 3 of us believe we go deal with eyes, and then we go find what is being cooked.
About halfway through that monologue of him playing puppeteer with his heads,
Yeah.
Howard's going to turn to Roon and be like, so how many do you think are there?
I don't know. I saw about 3 or 4 pairs of eyes.
Meanwhile, he's going back, I don't know, Creechy.
Yeah. And while he's doing that, I say, does he do this all the time?
Yeah, just you get used to it after a while. It actually kind of becomes quite comical, so you just learn to appreciate it.
Boom Boom have idea. Boom Boom have wonderful idea. Let Boom Boom handle situation.
Oh no!
Everyone, please bring in to Boom Boom, and I extend my arms like I want to hug.
Hello.
Okay.
So Arlo still on my shoulders, by the way. Who will hug Boom Boom?
I'll lean over to Roon. You get used to these as well, and then I'll go in for like a little half hug.
You feel a pat on the top of your head from Arlo.
Love it.
And Roon's just kind of like, I guess, and he kind of goes in and it does this kind of like he's not sure which way to go
awkward
thing, and then he just kind of pats your shoulders and is like, all right, big boy.
Because as soon as you guys are close enough, I'm just yoking you all up in an aggressive hug. And then I release and I go, Boom Boom, love brothers. Boom Boom will handle this. pull out my gun, and I just shoot it towards the woods.
Oh god.
And I go, "You do not watch family. You do not watch Boom Boom and family."
Make an attack roll
Oh
with
wow.
disadvantage.
Done. Gladly.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Well, the first one was a nat 20.
Okay.
I'm going to share my screen. May I share my screen? I don't know how to do it on this, but the second
That's
Isn't it-
awesome.
was a nat 20.
I'll trust it.
Amazing.
Guys, I have to. All right.
Sometimes you have to.
I trust it. Yes.
I would
You
not make
hear-
that. I
you
rolled
hear a-
zeros.
In the midst of the you hear a scream of you
Oh,
shot
man.
blindly into the woods with it. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what you hit.
Right. I
We
shot
got
something.
something.
Give me some damage real quick. What is damage on it?
Oh boy.
And then double it.
It's a D10 plus Dex. Maybe.
No, for the
The pistol?
Or is it a
black powder
6?
shit?
You're a D.
The
It's a
six, I think.
D6.
Ah,
Okay,
my bad.
guys.
Oh, see, I don't have that on my sheet. All right, so I'll roll a d6,
Mhm.
and then double it.
Yeah, because you hit you critical on you critted on it.
It's a 12. Yeah, fucking that's the best I've ever rolled.
Oh, hold on. So, like, let's see real quick. What how many hit points these things have? It was something. And I wasn't expecting you to hit. Okay.
Where was I, buddy?
And there
Alright.
goes Damien.
You hit something and you heard
Oh
something
my God.
screeching pain to your left. Or in the forest.
Well, you got it.
Then I go, "You show self to Boom Boom, not hide in wood like coward. You come out and show yourself to Howard, not to be confused." I can't believe we get a straight face for that one. guys.
Make intimidation check. Let me see what happened.
Gladly. Non-natural 21, baby. These digital dice are hot right now, and I love it.
You hear some scuffling, and you see a clawed hand grab one of the trees, like a little bit bigger than a goblin size, kind of just grab the trees, and then you see it be pulled, and then you hear, and you hear like like rummaging and rustling, and like the little like bushes where the arm kind of popped out of and grabbed it, kind of like shuffle back as it was pulled into the forest.
I tap Arlo on the leg. I go, "Do you come with Boom Boom when he showed what tastes like?"
Arlo screams, "Charge!"
Boom Boom will charge, and then I sprint.
I'm grabbing my bow and arrow ready to go, and I'm running right after them.
Howard is just going to shoot an Eldritch Blast in the bushes area.
Make an attack roll then first.
Oh, I like you, Arlo. I like you.
13.
Roll damage.
Awesome. What is it? It's 10.
You hear a you all could hear a thump this time. You hear some more scurfing running away.
Okay. And I'm going to start chasing after as well.
Okay. So run on in okay. You go running in and you guys all just kind of charge in.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, blindly.
Yeah. I'm right behind
Blindly.
them.
As you come running right into the treetop where you saw the hand kind of grab, right in front of you, you guys see a humanoid creature with a large tail. It is a It is black scaled and kind of like this like canvasy skin with these curled horns down forwardish. And there's one that's laying right there that has this big blasted like metal like bullet shot that Boom Boom shot it with, just laying there. And then you see right behind it is another one that's laying on its stomach with a big like. What color is your Eldritch Blast?
It's like a yellowish
You do
color.
It hit yellow, and where it's laying down, it almost looks like there's like these designs kind of tattooed and branded onto it a little bit. But they look like they're fading away. But it almost like got hit with like a branding iron, it dropped. And now like the branding is fading away.
Does Howard realize that or see that at least when he's like running past?
Yeah, I'll say you notice it because it looks like the geometric shapes that you're seeing. It's just like, wait, what? And they just kind of just miss away, and you're like, that's okay. You saw that.
We only see two creatures laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you see two.
No, there's no other ones around these two creatures.
Make a perception check. Not offhand, so I'll let you do a quick look around, see what you see.
Okay. 6.
Mm-mm. You can hear stuff off in the very far distance, but it's very hard to pinpoint.
Okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm actually gonna stop and start to try to take a look at these creatures, see what they are. Kind of rummage. Are they both? They're dead. Do I see that they're dead?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stop and try to take a look at them and see what they've got. They've got clothes on, I'm assuming, or armor.
Yeah.
Or, I'm just gonna investigate.
You see them. They kind of have this wrappings around their hands, kind of almost like boxing wrappings, kind of like just wraps. It's got like little like a loincloth type like garb over it. One of it has like part of its chest that has like a wrapping over, almost like a clothish material. One has got like a tunic over its waist. The other one, and one actually has a short bow with 3 arrows on it. And being an archer, I'll say just you can notice that there's this green liquid slime of sorts on the tips of the 3 arrows.
I'm snagging those arrows.
Go for it.
I don't need the bow. I already have a short bow, so I'm just snagging the arrows.
Grab that, and they really don't have no money on them. They look like they were kind of out in a scouting party. The one that the one that was shot that didn't have the bow actually has like a dagger on it, very basic dagger, kind of like.
I'm snagging that too.
Very rudimentary.
Handy to trade or something. I'll take it.
Something for trade.
Anthony, I would like to cut the head off one of the creatures.
Go for it.
And add it to my belt.
Easy enough.
And, got the inside. But then I want to swing the body around. Like when in Avengers, when the Hulk swings Loki like that, I want to do that with this thing and go, "You do not mess with Goblin Village." Because I'm assuming these are those things. And then I want to just throw it and go, "Rest of you cowards, you face Boom Boom and family."
Now, when he's doing this, is this the one that I was investigating, or is this the other one?
No, it's the other one. I would not mess with Kool-Aid.
The one question I have real quick is, as I'm investigating them, do I know what this creature is from my travels? Do I recognize this thing?
I don't.
Make an intelligence check on it. Just to see, because as a scholar, I know your whole story is that like you kind of learned through some stuff. You would recognize it. At the least, you do.
14.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then, you. This is a kobold. This is a.
Guys, this is a kobold.
It's a dragonoid human figure. They are. They come from dragon bloodline, and they're essentially like a dragon goblin. Basically, it's like the goblin version of a dragonkin, but they usually live inside of like tunnels and deep undergrounds, kind of like gnomes.
So I'm telling them all this stuff. Yeah. Like I'm just relating this stuff to them.
And they usually.
Where I come from, they're called mutts. They're a mixture. They're not pure bloods.
There you go. Perfect. That's even better. And
they is not pure blood though.
They are known to.
Just to be sure, we are okay with mixed races, right?
Sure, 100%, 100%. Just not to worry. This is not a straight dragon.
Oh, Boom Boom does not like these little things, and when you are done investigating, Boom Boom is going to defile body.
So I get up and I just say, "Have at it," after I continue to explain what this thing is.
Okay, in that case, Boom Boom walks over. He says, "Family, please turn back." And then Boom Boom just takes a on this thing, and with that, I'm going to take a pee in real life.
Okay.
There you go.
Um,
So while we
would,
turn around, I continue. I just finished telling him about this creature.
the one
when
last
he
bit
mentions
that you do
underground,
share is, kobolds also sometimes are known to work for dragons. Last bit of lore, maybe Arlo would know a bit of that from like the old history. When you say that, as far as working for dragons, maybe that would
He'll
trigger something
remember
like
that.
the old times when magic was prevalent in your realm, Arlo.
I would also say that, however, he would check the scales, and he's never seen them look chromatic before.
Okay, yes, that's the truth. That's another thing. I don't know what color dragons you're used to.
Not chromatic or metallic.
Yeah, and I've not seen that.
Just
I've not
the
seen
one
those
kind
type either.
exists. So
Yes.
just the kind we talked about exists. So yeah, I've never seen a chromatic kobold
Yeah,
before.
these are.
But when he says the thing about the ground, I'd like to kind of look at the ground as well, and like trying to like get low and see if there's any like disturbances in the ground in front of me.
I'm trying to see if there are any tracks for like anyone else getting away from the scouting party as well.
Give me 2 investigation checks.
Uh, 8.
Why can't I find investigation? 17.
There we go.
Nice.
You
That's
notice
like the first time I rolled well.
you notice that about 20 feet off, outside of where where the bodies were left, it looks like there was a quick, like almost like a quick trap door under like the earthy mound, and it looks a little. It looks like tinkered on. Like it wasn't a quick, like primitive, just trap door that was pulled. So this is almost like think of like a burrow, like a wolf spider that burrows a little like hole.
Yeah.
This is like a nice trap that kind of sealed in. But then as you go over and investigate it, you notice that there's twine and stick and berries, and I don't know how deeply you want to investigate that space, but you know that this looks like almost like some like actual tinkering was done on this. Different than yours though.
Yeah. I found a door over here. Woo, headphones. I found a door over here if you want to check it out. And I kind of am like farther away with the spear. I don't know if I necessarily want to pull it open.
On you guys.
Boom, open door. I know I wasn't. I actually had to check on my other cat and make sure she was fed and shit. But like in the canon of like D&D, I want it to be known that Boom Boom was peeing on this kobold that entire time.
Okay.
That
Given
is
I had a
We didn't drink a lot the night before.
Boom Boom had a lot to expel. Also, it's like really out of rage, and he's had a really bad week.
He's rage facing, guys.
Yeah. So Boom Boom doesn't turn. He kind of looks up at Arlo and goes, "Oh wait, are you still on my shoulders? Actually."
No, I hopped out.
Oh,
Investigation.
In that case, Boom Boom picks him back up, puts him on his shoulders again, and goes, "Boom Boom will open door. You will come with Boom Boom."
Wait, let me.
Oh,
It might be trapped.
oh, Remus do the thiefy things. Brother, you will handle. Boom
You can
Boom,
open it. I just want to make sure you don't explode or anything.
Boom Boom appreciate and love you so much. And I at that point, before
Yeah, I'd rather not explode up
I
here.
aggressively hug him and then release, and then turn. I want to turn to Roon and say, "Boom Boom like you. You are really growing on Boom Boom." And then he turns to Howard and go, "Boom Boom love you like brother. You are brother to Mom. You are brother to Boom Boom. You are brother to us all.
Of course, Boom Boom. Your brother as well.
Boom Boom will not discriminate. Boom Boom love all of you equally, even though he show favor to small man. But small man get very big, and Boom Boom does not know how he do that. Plus, he make guns sing."
He's a very talented man.
Yeah.
Just you wait.
So would it be sleight of hand or?
Yeah, go for a sleight of hand for Oh no, it's you're investigating for traps.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Investigation.
check for traps.
Yeah, do a check for traps for investigation.
That's my big thing with 5e. I feel like it's not clear what your check for trap and disable trap is. I could be
Dex
wrong.
plus
I could
proficiency.
I could just be an idiot, but like, you know,
It's Dex plus Thieves' Tools, which is just your proficiency.
okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Which isn't clear.
Right, because like you hover over all the stats, and it's like, well, if you want to look for a window or I'm like, nothing says traps. How are we finding traps here, boys? Like, what are we doing?
Handling.
The way I say investigation is that intense, like I am looking intensely. So Remus, with that, this looks a little different to you. This looks unconventional. You're used to like small town breaking into like checking a trap door or like trip wires and not. This looks like you see some beeswax and you see like some sleeves types just very resting. You see a couple rocks kind of shifted in odd places.
Arlo, come here real quick. You seem very handy with creations.
Oh, no,
I'll wiggle down.
Whoa, no, I go.
Okay.
Pop and put him down here. You go help, brother.
Once he gets down, I
Come
point
back to
out.
shoulders because boom boom like when you're there. We machine together.
Yes.
A master
you wish.
blaster, if you will.
Wait till Anthony reads his text messages.
Oh no.
Once Arlo gets down and gets closer, I'm going to point out to him the beeswax and all the things I found that it doesn't really make sense to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you want to try using your large inspection glasses and see what this thing is, but you may have a better idea than I.
I'll click it down and actually see if there's like a way I can safely open the door.
Okay. Make an investigation check, just straight at it, because this is something very different than what you were seeing before. So you guys are just trying to be very careful to not trip anything.
21.
Okay. I'll say with your tinkering expertise, you can see where rudimentary skills would be placed. Like obviously you would shift you notice that on the right where Remus was kind of stepping but was being cautious. He's being very, dexterous. You can notice that there is actually a trip plate. So when you step on it, you could see that there was a bush loaded with almost like a rose thorn bush, ready to spring and smack whoever was going to try and open it at first. And that this was connected through like this waxy material that was kind of just like drizzled over the grass, and then it looks almost like this amberish. Like who's ever crafting is very like this is very intricate, but not with the materials that you're used to. This is like someone's doing it with nature.
Now it's some DIY.
It's like some MacGyver stuff. Is basically what we're saying.
I mean, I'm saying that Boom Boom's not. Boom Boom knows nothing.
Yeah. If you want, you could try and disarm it. It looks like you want to be careful at least going in and make sure. No one probably wants to get whacked with these thorns. You don't know if they are anything specific. Your call. But
would you like to try to disarm this? If not, I can take a stab at it.
Now that you've pointed it out to me, I think I should be able to disarm it.
Mm-hmm. Should be thieves' tools, so it'd be Dex plus proficiency.
All right. Dex plus proficiency. I roll. No, you're good. I was just making. I roll something too, right? It's not just those two numbers.
Oh yeah. You got to roll and then after it's plus.
That's all right. I just want to make sure. 26.
Easily enough. You form this psychic dagger out of hand, and you swiftly just slide it right over where this wax was, and you see it kind of just break and shatter, and this giant springy bush goes whack, whack, where you guys would have been, and just kind of sets itself, and then you find a way to even swing around and grab another some twine that was actually kind of letting it set, So for when you guys would like step in and get like kind of like tossed in, and you even cinch it and reset the trap at a greater distance so that you guys could then get in the tunnel. So it looks like it was
There's a
untriggered.
tunnel.
I'll say being so close in, I will say also the tunnel goes deep in about kind of like in a little like curve in at about a 5 foot in, and Remus, you're pretty scrawnier, right? You on the scrawnier side?
A little on the scrawnier side.
Scrawnier would be better in this. So Boom Boom, you're going to be a tight squeeze in here.
That's fine.
Okay. You probably have to hunch.
Boom Boom was
You
used
may
to
have to
be
hunch and squeeze a little bit. Arlo, you'll be fine. Howard, maybe a little tight squeeze as well, but not as bad.
Howard's a little like scrawny, but he's tall, so he's like 6 foot.
He'll be short. Yeah, so he'll have to be hunching himself, but you're kind of like easing in through this tunnel. How do you guys wish to go in?
I gotta look at it, and I'm like, Boom Boom was very big, but Boom Boom will go in.
Okay.
And I can fit in. Roon can fit in.
Oh yeah, Roon can fit in. It's a little you have to hunch a little bit, and combat's not going to be fun in here. I'll say you guys, it's wide enough for it's single file. Arlo, you could probably walk next to someone, maybe, but single file for the most part. Then
Boom Boom will carry little brother. I kind of pick up Arlo and go, Boom Boom will carry unless you say no to Boom Boom.
Just like a little backpack or front pack.
Kind of. I just put him on my back again, and I'm like, you hold on to Boom Boom. Boom Boom keep you safe. We should build harness for you because
That's a great idea.
What do you call those things that you hold a little kid in the front?
Baby Bjorn.
Then he's gonna spear, and I charge with the axe. Like, dude, this could be sick. And I'm shooting, and he's gonna gun too, dude. We'll be a human drive-by. It's gonna be wild.
Thank God.
can't give you guys vehicles now.
Drive-by is, but Boom Boom, weird word from Mama. And he finds that if you also have gun, maybe we walk by things and you shoot them and I shoot them, and then maybe things that we do not
Get dead?
away. So we will make dead, as you say.
Roon, you said these things live underground, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hmm.
So we're going in. What's our order? Who went in first?
What is your guys' marching order? That's on you guys. Yeah, so who would want to lead into this then?
Me.
I think I went in and Boom Boom followed me immediately and then put me on his back.
Okay. So Boom Boom, you're currently crouching a little bit in here.
Yeah.
Then. So Boom Boom plus Arlo.
I'll probably be behind Remus, but I'm sure as it goes in, it's going to get darker, and Howard can't see in the dark, so.
So I'm going to take up the rear end because if it does get darker, I'll be able to watch behind us with dark vision.
Sweet. Thank you.
Howard's the only one without dark vision, isn't
Yes.
he?
Oh, Remus, you've got dark vision. Oh, that's right. You're Dragonborn, yeah.
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
Oh, tiefling.
I would like to stop short and go, Boom Boom, remember something. Howard no have dark vision. Someone hold torch to Boom Boom butt. And then I fart aggressively.
Howard will instinctively duck.
It goes, Boom Boom make joke, but apologies to family and back. For Boom Boom.
Oh, God.
And then I
Do we
keep walking.
smell it?
Boom, boom. You've already injured me once. I don't need another one again.
Boom Boom never shoot brother again. Boom Boom very sorry.
Are you trying to light the torch with your fart?
Yes. That's what he's doing.
I'll say it happens easily enough. I feel like that'd be a circus trick you could pick up. That's a circus trick if I've ever seen.
I mean, I have a fire starter at all times.
Yeah.
So.
No, you don't, because he gave it to me.
I build one every day.
Oh, well.
I can either build a clockwork toy, a fire starter, or a music box every day.
What? That's incredible. All right, sick. All right, so I have a lighter now, so I'm not worried about anything.
So easy enough. You do have a torch now. We'll say.
Okay.
You guys are traveling in Are you guys going to travel to this tunnel until the
The
end,
wheels
or are
fall
you
off.
guys going to give up after
Yeah,
a certain
we're going.
distance? You're going in?
I believe
Yeah.
we're all in.
There's
I don't
no
wanna-
going. There's no
Okay.
giving up
We
here.
have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'll wait till they get to the rest.
We're going.
Right. I mean,
I'm just
I
kidding.
can say wholeheartedly that Boom Boom and unfortunately Arlo, because he's on my back and I'm probably holding his little hands. We are going forward, so ideally everyone else is coming with us. But
All right. No
Boom Boom
problem. I just got to know where to put you guys.
to Roon inherent. So like, if Roon says like we gotta go in this tunnel, Boom Boom's going in the tunnel because this guy came from lightning and he has a weird accent. And Boom Boom is enthralled with this guy. Once he calmed the peace and like Boom Boom's like, all right, I don't know this guy, but oh man, you
There we
son
go.
of a
Awesome. Awesome. All right, so we're not going to that direction. All right. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, we're going, Anthony. You
There we
son
go.
How big were those kobold heads?
Oh, I can show him.
I'd say about let's see, kobold. I'm thinking about like this big.
Oh, so they would be like they would fit Boom Boom's hand.
Smaller, but yeah, little smaller. But I mean, you know,
So if they don't fit Boom Boom's, they'd fit mine.
they'd be tight. They'd fit Boom Boom's hand better than they'd fit your hand. They'd be big on yours,
Okay, good.
but
to
not
know.
that small.
It's a tight squeeze, but Boom Boom also hasn't. Oh, we gotta get to it. We can't do it while I'm spelunking. But trust me, I'm gonna introduce this new guy to all y'all. Don't worry about that.
All
This
right.
is Braggy, and he's awesome.
I didn't know we could have made a four-headed giant.
We still can.
Yes.
What do you mean? We could have. What?
A six actually.
We're obviously going to do this.
Awesome. All right. So you guys are traveling in through this tunnel. So you guys are gonna pop up over here at this one. Shoot. All right. So you guys are traveling through this tunnel, and as you're traveling for about 2 hours, just winding around through this ground. You start to dip a little bit. You start to rise up a little bit. It starts to get a little bit bigger. So Boom Boom, you can walk a little freely for a little bit. And then it kind of gets tighter again. You guys start traveling. You start winding around again. And after about 2 hours of just walking, basically what feels like it's in circles, you end up seeing a end where it starts to lead at a slight upwards angle, but you're kind of like walking up to it at a very, 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 very gradual incline, and you can see there is a pile of almost looks like a wooden like door kind of in front of where this tunnel is.
Boom Boom asked brother to check door, and while
Yeah.
brother
I'll-
checked door,
Not with like a handle. It's more like a big like there's something wooden looking in front of the cave, the other end of this like tunnel system. You could
I'm still
barely see
asking Remus
cracks
to
of
check
light.
the door. I still want Remus to check the door, but while I'm doing that, I pull out the kobold head and I go, but while brother check door, Boom Boom introduce you to Draggy. Say hello, Draggy. And then he puts his hand like, oh, he has like this because my camera's like backwards for some reason. And he goes, wait, what voice? Oh, he goes, oi, I'm Draggy. I've been pillaging lands for years. And it's a really bad imitation of Roon.
I was gonna say, as
Like-
he does that, I look at him and go,
He's never heard this voice before, but he's like, I come from the south. No one knows where it is, but we all know where it's going. Am I right? And Boom goes, Boom Boom does not understand you, Draggy. You are very strange to Boom Boom. But Draggy have good advice. No, Draggy, you sound like stupid idiot. He puts him away. And he goes, Roon, I apologize for Draggy. Draggy not know what you say. Boom Boom love accent. You are brother.
and I just kind of look at him and shake my head like, oh my god, what have I gotten into?
I love that you're like a real character. Boom Boom's a fucking disaster.
I love it.
I love it.
That was something. I just swiftly turned and checked the door.
Please check door, brother. I will not listen to Draggy much, but mostly Creechy and Harpington. But Draggy has a lot to say, unfortunately, and Boom Boom had. Oh, he block him out a lot.
Investigation.
No, I'll just no roll necessary for this one. Actually, so the cave is it's about 3-4 foot wide. No, about 3 feet wide here, about 4 feet, 5 feet, 5.5 feet tall, and you can see a very small crack of light to the left side of this giant wooden structure in front of you, and you could just easily see that it's meant to be moved. It's just there's no way to move it. It's just there's this giant wooden feels almost like piled up wood, almost maybe like a desk or a giant bookshelf or dresser of sorts. Some big large piece of wooden furniture is blocking your way.
What have you found, brother?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I'm very new to this spell.
That's the best time to use it.
It's Tensor's floating disc.
Okay.
Could I use it to move this junk? It can hold up to 500 pounds.
Well.
Can you move the disc, or how do you wish to cast it?
So
yes, but I don't know if the disc itself can move, mage hand style.
let me see.
So are you saying we see an opening, but there's something blocking it from the other side, like it's leaning up against this opening? Or
I think you have to push it.
Yeah,
I think basically you're casting levitate, so it would lift it, and you'd have to push it still.
Yeah.
So the way it says the disc is immobile while I'm within 20 feet of it. So my theory is if I lift it up, I just start walking backwards, and the junk follows me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it on our side or on the other side of whatever opening
it's
there
on the
is?
other side of the opening.
So it's not. It won't pull in. It's leaned up against there.
Okay.
Oh, in that case,
Same idea, but
I'm
other
gonna
way.
tap on Boom Boom. I'm just gonna
Put
say,
me down. I'm
Big
gonna kick it down.
Boy. Big boy, can you push that open?
Boom will help. I turn to Howard and I go, Howard, you are good at the poo.
Yes.
We will shoot our way through. And I just start opening fire with Eldritch Blast.
Same Eldritch Blast as well.
Oh, okay.
Make attack rolls.
All right.
Make a spell attack. Yeah.
Oh,
14.
that's a nat 20 plus 4, so a 24.
Yeah. Easily enough.
This is boom show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
At the casinos tonight, man.
Oh, if they were open.
Listen, if you guys want casinos, I have a city with casinos. Just gotta give me time to get there. Get you guys there.
Yeah, so 24.
24 easily.
And 14 for me, so.
14 too. With both of you guys blast, boom! You see a flash of yellow just hit it. I'll say you can being in the dark and being in the glowing yellow, you do notice the branding again. A little bit more closer now, Howard. Whatever color your Eldritch Blast, boom, will just poof, smash it. You guys
Neon green.
Neon green.
Neon green. It's gaudy.
Hell yeah. Just as wham, smash, and you see this giant, whatever was leaning up on it start to tip, and then poof. And you guys see this, you actually are seeing what you can see. You see into a common area where there's a bit of a table, some chairs,
I
and
immediately
you
walk
see a
in.
glowing red coming from the room.
I immediately walk in.
Go for it.
No
Man,
hesitation.
I follow.
I immediately walk in.
I'll
Yeah.
follow right behind Boom Boom.
So you have a large table, like dinner style, like feast, like everyone's sitting down, like family Sunday dinner. There's some food actually sitting on the table. little thing of wine kind of corked in the centerpiece, like bottle of wine just waiting there. 2 chairs off to the side, kind of like leathery plushish, and there's a fire kind of just slowly roaring in this room. And
Boom Boom turns to Howard
Mhm.
and goes, Boom Boom have joke. Knock knock.
Who's
Who's
there?
there? And then I go, pew pew, and they go, pew pew who? And he go, Boom Boom and family. Also, you and your stupid house, because we here now. Where? And then I just scream, where is my brother?
What?
I'm looking for Damien.
No, I know, but
Boom Boom's not a comedian.
He's trying to figure out the joke still.
He's not a comedian, okay? I didn't say it was funny.
I
I
was
was
laughing. By
trying
the way.
to tell a joke.
Remus
Tell a
is
joke.
confused, and he's like, it's just processing. He's like, that was a joke.
That
but
wasn't
we
even a
don't-
joke. What the?
we don't know if Damien's even down here. I don't.
I'm assuming. I'm going
Yeah,
on
I
nothing
know.
but assumptions at this point, okay?
It rocks.
You and Roon said to go down this tunnel, so that's where I went.
So what happens?
there is no response at all in this room.
All right, so I want to look around. Do I see any other doorways or passages that lead out of this room aside
Mhm.
from the one we just came from?
Yeah, there is a passage to your right, and there is a passage directly on the wall in front of you to the right as well. So on the wall to the right, there's a door, and on the door in front of you to the right, there's a door.
And there's food on the table.
Food on the table.
What kind of
kinda like
food's,
set up.
what kind of food's there?
Is it delicious?
Do you want to sit down
Is
and
it
try and
cooked?
eat?
Is
Or
it brand new? Is it cooked or old?
Is it
Can you tell?
T-bone?
It looks cooked recently.
Has it been eaten?
Looks like there's plates with like scraps on it, but it looks like
Okay.
it was carved and set on the plates. So like if you want it, you can cleanly carve yourself like a piece. It looks like a chicken of sorts. It's sitting on the top, maybe some grapes.
I would like to
Beer
pick
me
Arlo
some-
up by the back of the neck, like like how you pick up a kitten.
Cat.
I'd like to pick up Arlo like that and be like, Boom Boom and Arlo go that way. You all go that way.
Split the party.
Boom Boom feel very confident. This is good move. Now Boom Boom's an idiot, mind you. But in character, Boom Boom thinks this is a great idea because we cover more ground this way. So
I'm looking to Remus and Howard to kind of give me the signal if this is a good idea. Like I only know Boom Boom in a short period of time. I'm assuming these guys have been with him for a long time.
Oh God, you assume wrong. Boom, boom. I don't. We don't know where these tunnels go. I don't think we should split up. You maybe end up days away.
Boom Boom,
Family is stronger together, Boom Boom.
we will all find each other. We will meet back in family room, and we will take this room for ours. We will own it, and Mama will bestow us with gift.
So
But for now-
basically,
Boom Boom will take smallest man because Boom Boom biggest man. But also, smallest man become biggest man, and that is lesson we all need to learn under Mama.
Right.
so basically, Boom Boom's going this way, and I point the direction he said he's going.
Yep.
And I say, and we're going this way, and I point the direction he said he's going.
How many chairs
I
were
tried to
there again?
confuse him.
I see what you're doing.
How many chairs, Anthony?
How many chairs were on the table?
That's a great question. Holy
6 chairs. 1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I feel more confident now in splitting up.
Okay.
I have an idea. Are the doors open? I stuck in his voice.
Yep.
Are the doors open?
Doors are open to the right and 2 in front of you. Both the doors are open.
Boom Boom, do what you do and shoot a blast down that way. Howard down the other door.
Boom Boom will do this. And I'm still holding him with one hand, and I shoot with the other hand. I Iron Man just shoot down the tunnel. And I don't want to roll an attack roll because I don't want to hit anything. I just want to recklessly shoot down the tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get you and Howard to shoot down each tunnel so we can get them lit up.
Howard will okay, I see what's going on. Walk to the other one and shoot down as well.
Just big
He's
warlock.
smart. He just is intrigued by he's a child following, the big character. Of course, that's who he's gonna get attached to.
Boom Boom's a dummy. Boom Boom loves Arlo so much. Like, this is like his baby Yoda, for the record.
Arlo's the youngest mentally out of the whole group, so
Right.
Boom Boom, are you shooting to the right, or are you shooting the one straight at you?
I would assume straight, because I assume Boom Boom is. I'm gonna go straight.
Okay. So
Howard is going to go to the right.
Howard, when you go to shoot to the right, are you making an aim shot, or are you just trying to do the same, just kind of see flare gun style?
Yeah, basically.
You see this long just hallway open, and as you launch this beam, it goes for about 120 something feet, just,
Wow.
and then it just kind of hits, and then just kind of fades away. Just
It's all hallway the entire way.
All the way that long, huh?
down that one. Yep.
Okay.
Boom
I'll
Boom.
mention it back to them. Looks like this one goes quite a while.
But it's good we all have leg. We use leg, we walk down things, and we find enemies, and we find Brother Damien, and we bring him back to Boom Boom and family. Because Brother is missing. How do we not understand the fact that Brother is missing? And we should all be very much concerned.
Yes, Boom
Boom
Boom.
Boom finally slept, but Boom Boom's still very concerned.
Well, when you're done checking out whatever you need to, Boom Boom, make sure you stay here in the family room. And we'll do the same. That way we don't lose each other as well.
Boom Boom will return. Boom Boom will never leave brothers behind. Boom Boom love Howard. Boom Boom
Good.
love Roon. Boom Boom love Remus. Boom Boom love family. And Boom Boom will rip spine out of enemy and make hat of it if need be.
Good. And I know you will. And I'm assuming he's still holding Arlo by the neck, right?
Oh yeah, I'm clearly still holding Arlo by the neck.
Be like, and whatever you do, don't use your new favorite Arlo as a puppet, please.
Boom Boom will never.
Useful.
Arlo is favorite brother. No offense to the rest of you, but Arlo's smallest and need much Boom Boom attention.
Good luck, Arlo.
Thanks.
I'm gonna start going to the other.
Before
way.
we split up,
You are all medium. He
Yes,
is
we-
small.
I'd like to try something new to me.
Go for it.
Yes.
Did we see what was down the hallway in front of Boom Boom?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask.
The hallway in front of Boom Boom, when he shoots, the door is open, you shoot a nice blast, and as the green light kind of flashes down, you see there's torches on the wall sporadically throughout these corridors. Kind of same with you, Howard, when you shot down. It's like you can see a little bit lit up. But the hallway in front of Boom Boom, about 10 feet in, there is another hallway that cuts down. You can kind of see a shadow, kind of like when you shot, you can kind of see it lit up. And then Boom Boom's blast actually hits another set of doors at the end of the hallway, about 40 feet away. Just a big stone doors just go rack
Oh.
itself.
So we see the doors.
Yep. So you guys see that.
I'm gonna try using my psionic talent
Go
and
for it.
do psychic whispers.
Okay.
So I have to roll my d6 here, but I can choose.
What is that?
We can telecommunicate within a mile of each other,
Oh.
depending how many I roll.
Oh, this.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh no.
Did you get 6?
I got a 3, so I can't
dummy.
pick one person.
I'll let Boom Boom tell me everything. He's-
No.
Just wisely.
Roon, I'm sorry, I can't do this for you right now, but you're going to be with me and Howard, so I know you don't want to hear the rest of the party anyways, probably.
I'm fine with that.
So I somehow make it happen that we can send or receive messages to each other for the next hour telepathically.
Yeah. So as you kind of
With
have
Roon?
this,
No, myself, Howard, Boom Boom, and Arlo.
So
you
I
can
can
actually-
talk to you guys like telepathically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
is,
not
real,
a good
real quick,
idea.
Remus, is it you going one way, or is it everyone is in a party chat?
Oh, sweet.
It says
Psychic party chat.
between you and others, perfect for quiet infiltration. As an action you give yourself.
I say
Yeah,
party
others.
chat. That's party chat.
Okay, in that case, whenever the lines are open and like nothing interesting is happening, I'm telling these guys the most elaborate story about a flower that I thought looked like a man I once met who owes me money. And I don't know the rest of the stipulations. That's up to the dungeon master. But at one point, Boom Boom saw a flower that looks like a man who owes him money, and he's real bull about it. And I'm telling these guys this consistently in my head as I am walking forward, holding Arlo like a cat.
I'd like to think you're also telling Arlo out loud and psychically.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
I read-
Oh,
That's canon now. Yep.
And the three of us are going down the other tunnel, right? Where the three of us are going the other tunnel? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We're going the short tunnel to the doors.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, at some point, halfway through Boom Boom's story, Howard will be like, "Oh God, please make it stop," and then realize his thoughts will, like, everybody can hear him thinking that.
And I stop at one point and I go, brother, I thought you enjoyed Boom Boom stories. And I pause and I go, Boom,
Oh yes.
Boom Boom not mean to. No. Boom Boom not mean
Continue.
to offend you. No, you know what? When he says that, I stop the story. I go, Boom Boom never mean to inconvenience you, brother. And I stop the story. And now I'm only saying it out loud to Arlo.
awesome. All right. Let's see. See, you're
And
gonna
I
go
didn't
straight.
skip a beat. I didn't skip a beat. Like I'm just, I like do the apology text or whatever it is, and then like I'm just continuing the story to Arlo.
Okay.
I eventually put him down, too. Like, but I was basically like, "You're coming with me," like, because you are small, I am big, and this makes sense. I will protect you.
Okay. So, you guys start. I'm gonna start with you guys down the tunnel. We'll see where you guys go for right
Which
now.
one?
The three of you going down the long tunnel.
Okay.
Start heading down the tunnel, and as you start going down, I'll say make a perception or investigation check. Investigation check means you guys are gonna take a little bit more time to look at it.
All right.
Okay. It's 11 for me.
16.
Right. Roon, you notice that these floors are the walls and the floors in this tunnel are newly clean. They look a lot cleaner than the room you had come from before.
Boy, the walls and floors in this place are pretty clean.
Like they've been recently scrubbed, and you don't know why, but they are just really clean.
I
Like
love you, Chris.
they're nice.
I
And they look
have
like-
not seen anything this clean in any of my
like
travels. This is
sterilized.
amazing. Someone's got to tell me how they got the rubbish off these floors.
Make another investigation
Bald
check.
lizard. White eyebrows and one earring.
Another investigation check? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
A follow up, yeah.
14.
Okay.
13.
19.
All right. As you get about halfway down the tunnel, you see a pile of bones and almost like a rag kind of just laying there. Like, not rag, but like almost like a cloak.
What order are we in? Who sees this? Do we all just see it at the same time, or just kind of?
This tunnel's about five. The tunnel's about 5 feet wide. No,
Oh,
10 feet wide. Yeah, 10
Oh,
feet wide. So you guys could walk as a party. You don't have to go single file.
Okay.
That
And you said there
bones.
was like torches like sporadically down.
Yeah, like every 20, 30 foot, there's a torch or a light source kind of
All
coming
right,
in.
cool. So I don't have to worry about that.
Mhm.
I will. Let somebody else go first.
yeah. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna notice
Smart
those
choice.
bones. I'm gonna kind of go over to the bones and, with my toe, shuffle them around and see if I notice anything. Do I see what kind of bones they are? Are they animal? Are they human? Are they what kind of creature are they?
They're human, or they're a humanoid creature of sorts. Looks like you could see like almost like a rib cage, picked clean. No skull, but like you see like almost like a femur, like an arm with like a hand with like holding like a sword, just picked clean, like polished, everything, just kind of laying there. Half of a body, just kind of.
Is it as clean as the floors?
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
No.
Strange.
Oh,
It's pretty strange. This I've not seen things this clean, and I don't know. This is weird.
I've heard tale.
If anyone has make a history check if you think you have an idea.
I have an idea.
I know what it is.
Kind of do too, but 15.
14.
Oh, no,
I'm trying to think if I know what this is. I got a 14.
That one!
15.
Remus is like,
Lost in
I've
thought.
literally never seen this before in my life.
It's a
I have
towel.
no idea what this
Like I know what it is, but it's on the tip
yeah.
of my tongue.
The magic sponge.
Maybe there's a spell called Clean All.
There's
If
a
we come across a ShamWow guy here at the end of this tunnel,
It's Mr. Clean. Just on the walls.
I was about to say Mr. Clean.
there you go.
He's a
Wrong guy with a
necromancer now.
No.
So yeah,
Um,
mine
I
was
got
a
a,
15. I
I
don't
got
know
a
if I
15.
recognize it.
14
Yeah,
and
15
15.
for history. Yeah.
You start to make the connection of hearing Remus get an epiphany of oh no. You start to think of all the what could be this dangerous, and you do know that in caves and in dungeons there are tales of this gelatinous material that just makes its way through the halls, clearing path. And that's kind of what you're assuming happened here, that something slid through this wall and just disintegrated and ate away all the organic material, all the material kind of living in through here. And
I'm just going to immediately look behind us just to make sure nothing's behind us.
make an investigation check. You don't see nothing at close hand, but let's see how close you look.
12.
Nothing behind you. You're good.
I would like to look up.
You do not see anything above you.
Okay.
Do I notice anything else in the bones? Anything weird? Anything left behind?
No, it's just like an open rib cage and just that. Just
All
a
right.
hand
Well,
and sword.
I don't know. Do we keep moving forward? What do you think?
I would say very cautiously we could probably get through here.
So I arm my bow and arrow and have it at the ready as we cautiously move forward.
I'm going to also cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay. Cast that. I need to see real quick. What's it?
Basically, I gain, since it's second level now, I gain 10 temporary hit points, and any damage that gets taken to me, the creature that attacks me gets 10 cold damage as well.
Okay. All right. You guys are going to continue ahead, being cautious. All right. You guys continue ahead for another 100 feet or so down to the end of the tunnel, and you get hit into. You see a door that looks. Real quick, actually, where am I at?
Graig, I'm sorry, I split the party.
No, you're good. The minute you did, I'm like, oh, this will be fun.
It's like Boom Boom would do that though. He'd be like, "You are small. You
Perfect.
like Boom Boom."
I'm just nervous. If they get the cube, what did we get?
We're good. I don't want to spoil them. We're good. I got stuff all around here.
We will deal. Mama not afraid.
Gelatinous.
So as you go walking in through this, as you come walking up, you see another doorway opened. There is actually no door handle on it. It's just like an open arched way in.
Yeah.
And as you go in, you see this open room. If you walk in all the way, you see like a table, almost like a workbench of sorts, but like almost like an operating style table where like a body would lay on. And you see a workshop bench behind it, off behind it directly. It's got a bunch of like jars and everything in the room. That's all you can see from the doorway. If you want to go in, then you got to walk into the room.
Can we see what's in the jars from the doorway?
No, it's
Okay.
They look almost like like kind of like Copic jars, but like from on the other end, like vases that are like
All right.
solid. You can't see in them, but they bigger, a little bit rounder.
I'm gonna step in cautiously and kind of look around. I'm gonna sweep the room with my eyes all around and up all around ceiling and everything.
Yeah. So ceiling is fine. To your left, you see a doorway. You see the table in front of you, the bench behind that. Off to the right, you see a bookshelf. And directly to your right, you see this giant gelatinous green-looking jelly just slowly sliding its way towards you.
Oh,
So I see that, and immediately I'm startled, and I jump back and say, "What the hell?"
Are you jumping back while you're in the room or out in the doorway?
Back into back
hallway?
into the hallway, and I guess
All right.
they're behind me, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah.
behind you.
So I just kind of fall back into them, startled, like scared to death. Basically, how I scare you every time you come around the corner at work. Yeah.
Fair enough.
that sounds incredible.
I'm gonna start filming that and put it in the group chat.
Please
Anyway,
do. I want to see Anthony fighting Chris so bad.
let's do it.
It's
Go for it. I give permission.
So that's how I fall back.
All right. So you guys see, you see Roon just whoa, just kind of step back, not expecting it, and you can slowly now hear this noise.
Yeah.
And so I basically say, "There's this bunch of green in there, man."
It's
Yeah, let's,
slowly, you hear it getting a little bit louder.
Okay, I'm gonna start falling back as well too, and kind of motion for the rest of the party. And I'm gonna kind of wait until it gets like I'm sure it's making
Wait.
its way towards the doorway.
Is there still space before the door? Like if I run up to the hall, do I see it has enough room before the doors?
Oh yeah, like what do you mean? Like between
Between the cube getting to the door itself, like I'm assuming the door swings into the room.
oh, there is no door itself. It's just
It's
an
just
open
There is
door.
no door. Okay.
It's just an open door archway.
I was just gonna close the door and run.
I will say, Roon, you did see that this thing looked larger and wider than the doorway itself. So this thing looked about.
Love you.
So the door wasn't 10 feet. The door was probably about enough for like a regular human to walk through. So this thing is
Okay.
about. It's gonna have to squeeze and slurp its way in if it wants to.
Okay.
Close the door and run.
So yeah, I just basically let you guys know there's this weird green in there sliming itself around.
What?
Now,
Do I hear this in my head?
Mm.
do you guys think it or say it? I don't know.
Because I let them know what I just saw, why I'm acting that way.
I guess I would think it then, and at least warn Boom Boom and Arlo that we've got some sort of monstrous goo coming at us. That
Goo
Then-
monster.
Then in Boom Boom's head and out loud, he goes, there is always room for Jello. Destroy the creature, brother, and bring me its head. And then I look at Arlo and go, other family members say they find Jello monster in hallway, and it is apparently very distressing to them. But we will pursue forward.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll say, are you guys gonna back up through this hallway? You're
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
so
fully
as
like
you're-
retreat,
I'm gonna follow what they say because I'm not familiar with this thing.
and I'm
Okay.
getting ready. So basically, as soon as it gets to the archway and starts like sucking its way in, I'm just gonna start shooting Eldritch Blast at it.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna have 2 psychic daggers ready for when it breaches the archway.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna.
I don't have any psychic anything. Do we see it? Is it coming into the doorway?
It's slowly making its way. It's creeping in very slowly, but it's like if you look at the screen, this is like it's moving very slowly. Like if you look at me, Chris, it's like it's creeping its way in very. Like,
It's like
very,
the
very-
blob.
You guys can
So we
easily.
could definitely outrun this
Yeah.
thing easily. Okay, gotcha.
So like
So what I'm gonna do while we're backing up, I'm gonna pull one of those arrows that I had pulled earlier that had this weird green slime on the tip, and I'm just gonna kind of look at this and see, does it match up? Is this the same thing that I saw in there? Is that the same slime?
It looks very similar, but it's not exactly the same. It looks very similar. It has a very you would assume it's very similar properties.
You have
Very-
Roon
it probably has
arrows?
No, he does not.
Oh, shut up with your thing. Actually,
have, like, you
if
have
I'm
a-
hearing this, Boom Boom goes, shoot us with the Jello killing arrows, brother.
So I'm definitely gonna arm that arrow anyway because I look at it and I feel like there's something with a tie to this thing. So I'm gonna arm that arrow instead of the one I had
Okay.
out and have it at the ready as we back up.
Are you guys waiting to start attacking this thing, or are you just going to try and outrun this thing?
I'm listening to these guys.
What do you
Basically,
do?
I'm waiting until like it gets to the archway, doorway, whatever, and it starts like trying to make its way in, and I'm just gonna start.
Okay. Yeah, let's run this encounter then real quick.
Let's do it then.
Let's see where this goes. I'll say roll for initiative. I'll give you all three a action before it can get somewhat close to you.
Non-natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Hit
19.
easily.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was initiative. Never mind. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, were you guys all telling me initiative?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, I could use that as attack. If, you know.
No, let's do. Howard, what is your initiative?
It was a natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
Okay, Chris or Roon.
Not natural. It's just 20. 17 plus 3.
Okay, Remus.
19.
All right, cool. Right off the bat, Howard, what do you want to do? You can see this thing kind of starting to slide and push its way into this doorway.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Make an attack roll.
That is 22.
That
I'm
hits.
assuming hits. Yeah. That's kind of low. 6.
Okay. Does damage.
And I want to like kind of back up, but maintain at least 20 feet from it.
Okay. Roon.
I'm gonna fire the arrow straight at it. The green slime pierced arrow.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. 20. It's 4 plus 7, so 21.
Hits.
And then it's piercing damage.
Okay.
9.
Okay. That does 9 damage. Because
Does
of
the,
that,
what is the green? What is the do anything?
you start to see this as it hits the oozy body, this form. One of the bones that was sticking off to the side of it, that was kind of protruding out. There was like a foot, kind of sticking out of this ghoulish mob. As your arrow hit it, you could see the bones start to just kind of break down and break away. An acidic property, basically.
Okay. But the actual gelatin itself is still there.
Yes.
It didn't do any damage to the gel itself.
No, it did damage. It did some damage to it, just not as much as you would hope for it.
Okay.
For that, actually, roll a d6 for the damage from the acid, essentially.
5.
Okay, so I'll say you did half damage, which is 2 then for the arrow. I'll give it resistance to that. Remus?
And I'm keeping up with Howard as he's moving back. Like I'm cognizant that he knows what he's doing, so I'm staying with him.
Okay. Remus?
I'm using my 2 psychic daggers. So I get a 17 for the first one.
That hits.
That's gonna do 6 damage.
Nice.
Then the second one. Does the 7 hit?
7 does hit.
Oh my god.
It's a giant mound of booze. It's easy to hit. It's just
That's gonna be 4 damage.
nice. Not bad.
And then I will also be keeping pace with my compatriots.
All right. Moving into a full turn around now, into regular initiative. Howard, you get you're up at the very top.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Go for it.
Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
12. If 7
hits.
hits, I'm assuming 12 does. With 10 points of damage.
Nice. All right, Roon.
I'm just gonna take a regular arrow this time and light the tip of it aflame.
Okay.
So basically a flaming arrow and shoot it his way
Yeah,
as
I like that.
well.
Sweet.
So let's see. Oh, nice. 19
Hits easily.
and
Roll
damage.
for damage.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice. And then because of the flame tip, how do you want to do this?
All right.
Yeah,
What
man.
do you mean?
You killed it. Like, how do you want to finish this thing off?
Oh, so the flame took care of it. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going for the kill. So whatever I'm assuming it looks like the center of this thing, and I'm shooting at it. You see the flame just flying through the air. Little flickers coming off it, goes right into it, and you just start to see it melt away.
Yeah. So as the arrow hit it, the fire actually reacted with the acid that you had hit it with before, and it starts off this little chemical breakdown, and you start to see the inside of it just go, and just down.
That's unfortunate.
And you see a couple like skeleton body parts just drop in the middle of it too from it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I'm assuming we're going back to the room, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to telepathically send a message to Boom Boom. Took care of the gelatinous thingy. No head, though. Sorry.
Boom Boom is not concerned by this. Boom Boom asked that Anthony check Facebook text messages.
Uh-oh.
Nothing major, but just please check for Boom Boom because.
Okay, I'm good with that. Well, I can work that in easily.
Excellent, but Boom Boom is ready for whatever danger come Boom Boom way.
Yeah.
As is Arlo, and he picks him up and then puts him down.
Sweet, perfect.
You are very small, but you get very big.
So while that was happening in the combat, we're gonna jump over to Boom Boom and Arlo. So you guys start walking into down this hallway. There is a slight hallway off to your right, and then there's a double doors in front of you. Are you gonna go to the double doors? Or
Boom Boom asks, do we walk down hall like dummy, or do we just kick door open like gods that Arlo and Boom Boom
I would like to kick the door open.
Boom Boom appreciate, and Boom Boom walks over and kicks the doors as hard as he
So does Arlo.
Little legs.
I might have a higher strength score.
can. You probably do. What yours?
16.
Oh, 7. I got a 17.
Okay, so we're on par.
Nice. With ease, just boom, you boot open, and these two big stone doors just kicked open. You can even see on the ground, it even looks like that they've been open and moved a lot.
Great.
So, and as you go in, you're in this kind of almost like a half of an octagon type room, where it's like the middle of an octagon was cut down, and you're in the one half of it. And you see a hallway, 2 doors to your right, on the right side, and there is a door to your left. 2 big doors in there. In the center, you see torches are lining the walls. In the center of the room, there is a statue of a woman with a basket she's holding. Or, I'm sorry, she's a basket she's holding. It's like a picnic basket. Sorry, wrong. There's a basket in front of her, and she's holding almost like a baby, like almost something in her hands, like a coddling.
Boom Boom care not for woman or baby. Boom Boom topple statue, and Boom Boom say we go to door. She probably symbol of oppression.
Jeez. Left or right door?
Dealer choice. Boom Boom knocks over the statue.
Or no?
As much as I can.
Make a strength roll.
All right. 13.
You go to push it, and the statue is holding hard. It is tough.
All right, I'm bull now. Can I Can I try again?
I'll let you try it again.
Okay. It's
Can I
a
look in the basket while he does
it's a
this?
15.
Before you fully knock it over, I'll say Arlo, looking in the basket, could see fresh picked fruit. There's it almost looks like a loaf of bread. There are some gold coins, some notes, small toys and trinkets. They almost look like offerings.
Oh yeah, I hate this. I hate out of this. So yeah,
We've got lunch, boom boom.
does the 15 knock it over?
Yes, I'll let
Right.
you knock it over. I
Alright.
need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh no, that's never good.
God.
Yeah.
Don't turn on.
Hey, 17!
So you feel something creep into your head, and you start to hear a woman crying. Almost
So do they hear this on the other side because they're psychically linked? Do you guys hear this crying?
actually,
Womp womp.
you guys do.
Except I don't, right? I can't
No,
hear
you
this. I'm
wouldn't.
just
No,
watching these guys react. So I'm assuming I'm going to
Nope.
say, what the hell's going on so that they can explain to me what they're hearing.
Yep. So you guys all hear a woman kind of crying, not so overbearing, but just very much like saddened. And you actually hear almost like a small child whining, kind of almost like a "it's okay, and like a whining and a whining. And then you hear her cry, and then you hear like a motherly figure crying as well. Boom, boom. As you go to push and knock the statue over, you do hear a clang, clang, clang as her arms break the statue, and these like stone arms just kind of fall off. And you see these silver bands kind of go clink, 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 clink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go. In my head, I go, ignore crying of false gods. This is not Mama. She false god to too many. Mama will fix. Actually, basket woman.
Who is Basket Woman?
She not know who Mama is.
Basket woman.
Baby are nothing to Mama. Nothing to family. So I see the sofa things pop. I turn to Arlo. I go, Boom Boom does not understand. Please explain to Boom Boom. What is this?
I think we have lunch for one, but the silver things, I have no idea. I'd like to go pick one up.
Yeah, no, you could easily go pick them up. It's almost like a silver like bracelet, almost like a bangle. Just kind of like
Oh,
almost like
Friendship bracelets.
kind of, yeah. There is there was only one on the. There's only one.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh.
It is this very nice polished bracelet, and it actually has like little one or two distinctly on like each side, little sapphires on them.
Boom Boom play game with you. It's called Rock, Parchment, Axe. You play with Boom Boom? For who gets bracelet?
While this is happening, I'm just gonna kind of like quickly brief Roon on like what's happening. Boom Boom pushed over a statue. Now they're playing Boulder Parchment Shears. I don't know. It's weird. Come on.
So, Boulder,
There's some false god.
Parchment, Axe. 1, 2, 3, Boom Boom.
Oh,
Oh, well, Arlo get bracer.
I'm gonna pick it up and not put it on. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Boom Boom will wear now if you unsure.
I put it on Boom Boom.
Oh god.
I immediately wear it.
Cool. You feel nothing right now, actually. You
Right.
don't feel anything.
Boom Boom will appreciate. Boom Boom lose. Boom Boom will give you something in return at some point. Boom Boom.
And then I think we'll go kick the left door down
Kick the left doors.
we
and
will.
pocket the notes from the basket.
Oh, we'll take everything from the basket. The cash, the fruit. We're eating it as we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're like, this delicious.
And I'm just going to ask Howard and Remus basically, should we go back or are they okay? Like, should we go back or go into this room?
They just basically hear us laughing and
And eating.
And like toying with like magic, potentially magic items.
Hey, like having a baby monitor and your two toddlers are totally not behaving.
Now we kick this door open. What's go wrong?
They're fine, Ren.
They seem fine. I was
I think they're
worried.
I don't know what that is.
Should we at least see what was in the room that the giant monster came out of?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I can let you guys know. As you guys kick open the other doors to your left, outside, and you're outside a large Aztec-like temple. So if you guys want to like walk around and look around, you're like 1, 2, 3 layered Aztec-like temple.
We're inside the temple, or we see the temple.
Well, if you walk outside through those doors, that's where you are.
Oh,
okay.
I turn to Arlo and I go, Boom Boom will enter temple. And I just start walking towards the entrance.
Okay,
No,
so
we're in it. That's what we're in right now.
You walk out and realize that's what we're in.
Yeah, so you walk out and you realize that's what you guys are all in, so you walk right back into the temple.
To the other doors!
As you go to the other doors, you bust those down, and you have a large, long, 20 feet wide hallway and it's like 100-something feet long and deep. We're gonna jump over to Roon and that party. So as you guys go into the room where the cube was, that oozish monster, you end up going in and looking around. You do see there's almost like some bookshelves off to your right, and like some scrolls written, like rolled up, and there's like ink and parchment all scattered around.
I'm drawn to that immediately, so I'm already going to see what's in there. What's on the shelves.
I was gonna make my way over to the bookshelves as well too.
Cool. Anything specific you're looking for, other than just the normal?
I want to see what's there. I want to see what we have on the shelves.
Okay.
Anything that may, I was gonna say anything that may pertain to my patron
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Remus, anything you're doing in this room specifically?
I'm sorry. Can you describe the room again, real quick?
So it's room is probably about 20 feet by 30 feet in, almost like an operating table in the center, where like it's essentially a mummification room.
Okay.
Where you see like some jars and urns with like chemicals and embalming material and wraps, and you can even see maybe a skeleton is laying on the table now. You see after the right is like a library, like almost like not a library, but like a couple bookshelves with like some notes and like a little like bench where people would write, like a writing station. With investigation checks, guys, just roll
18.
18 as well.
Oh, sweet.
Hey.
19.
Nice.
I'm gonna see if there's like any. I don't want to say like secret room, but I just want to make sure everything seems normal in this embalming room. Like there's nothing weird coming out of the walls.
All right. Nothing weird coming out of the walls. The room is actually pretty quiet. A little stale air. Like you can kind of see a little bit of mist, like a little bit of dust even settling still where you guys are looking over with the books. Roon and Howard, you both find writings and scrawlings on undead, the preserving one's body into the next life, transference of souls. You find some writings on the Yanti civilization, which you would recognize as snake people, like snake humanoid types. Maybe I'd say with that, you'd even start to kind of look around. You could start to notice that you were assuming that this was maybe their temple, from previous long times ago. And there is a note that, Roon, you find that talks about a larger supply of knowledge to be looked at in a different library. So then
I'm just gonna gather. I'm gonna snag that
notes.
and the writings of this undead stuff.
Okay.
Like I know Howard's kind of walking over. He's looking at him, but as I'm looking at him, I'm like,
is anyone saying this psychically? Because Boom Boom does have comprehend languages. So if someone's mentioning that there's something that it can't read, Boom Boom would chime in and go, Boom Boom can read.
I was going to say, Howard has Eyes of the Runekeeper, too, as well, so he can read any kind of writing.
Yes, it's active. It's constantly active, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Same thing. You're finding a lot of the similar notes. I'll say you find a mention of a civilization's past, more or less, rather than specific ideas of knowledge being stored in libraries. You find a tomb talking of some ancient and kind of like civilizations of the past world of sorts.
Okay.
Okay.
After he's done with...
I'll send you guys notes of these after when we go back and re-listen to.
Cool. Afterwards, he's going to go back to where we melted the gelatinous cube, and he's going to kind of like use some kind of like twig, stick, whatever is nearby, to see if it's still like acidic.
Okay.
If there's any effect on it.
Light. There's a light dissolving, but it's starting to kind of just dry up and kind of like water itself away.
Okay. He's not sure if it will do anything for him later, but he's going to go through his bag and take out parts of his alchemy set that he collected and one of the empty vials, and he's going to just try to gather up some of the liquid that he can.
Easily enough. Easy. Scoop up a little vial.
I'll talk about it in the after show.
Yep.
We're
dead, man.
But
We're dead, man.
I guess is there anything? I just want to look if there's like any compartments under the mummification table.
Yeah, there's like these normal like drawers, kind of like as you pull out, there's like wrappings, and then like you pull out another one, and there's like some metal tools, stuff like that. Like what are you looking for in the compartments? Just kind of seeing what's in there.
I just want to see if there's any like cool people forgot about. They're like, oh, we took this off the dead guy. We're gonna put it here for now, and then they're just not there anymore.
You find I'll say this. You find in one kind of tucked away in the back corner. You're looking for. You find a palm-sized ruby, and it's a nice palm-sized crystal clear-cut ruby.
I take it.
Don't know what's so special about it, or if you just found some gems, but you go.
All right.
We're gonna jump over to Boom Boom and Arlo. Do you guys go through the other door?
Oh, we do.
How are you guys?
With reckless abandonment.
So as you go down that door, you see there's a huge long hallway. There's a room to your left, about 10 feet in, and then another hallway to your right, about 20 feet in.
Whatever that room is to the left, I'm gonna kick the door in.
All right. So boom, you kick open this door, and
Boom,
as
boom.
you walk in, you see almost like at a football game, like a box, like almost like a box type of area where it's got a little.
Not in football, because I
Okay.
Rick and Boom Boom do not do the football.
Okay. So
Interesting.
think of like almost like a party room you walked into, where you see like there was a side table where there was like some like trays that were like you see moldy food sitting there. You can see
like a little bit of the bubbly Jericho when he goes backstage.
Yeah, there you go. I was just gonna say that.
yeah. Like, it's like you get like a little after party room.
Yeah,
This is
Some
catering.
bodies.
It's
Yes.
bad catering.
Bad
Love it.
catering. Moldy food. You see. What room is it? It is. You see 3 bodies laid in the corner.
We find champagne. That's the most important question. Because if so, Arlo and I are going to be in a race to comment with a little bit of the bubbly.
Make an investigation check to tell me what you find in the room.
I will. Oh, I got a 5, so I found nothing.
I can't see on that dice because it's clear. And it's dark in here. There we go. It was on an 18 and then switched to 2, so a 5 also.
You find some broken bottles that are like cracked open. One of them has probably like 2 or 3 swigs of something in it. Maybe wine. Don't know exactly if it's any good still.
I still look at it, and I look at Arlo, and I go, oh, little bit of the bubbly.
I don't understand, but it's pretty funny. And then I drink it.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Oh gosh.
I'll say you also find.
I love Arlo so much. Oh my god.
You find a dagger that looks rusty, but kind of like hand chiseled out of some stone. As you walk over into the room to the other end,
I take it.
okay,
I take it.
the stone dagger, kind of. As you walk into the room,
Can you add it to my sheet? Because I can't. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. I'll add it to you. As you walk through to the other end of the room, there is a balcony that it actually cuts off and overlooks, and it looks like there's a open pit below.
Oh.
We have these in my world. I know what pits are for. Do you know what pits are for?
It's about a 20-foot drop.
But
into
boom,
it.
Pits are for fighting.
boom, know one thing, and I pick up Arlo, and I hold him up like a Lion King, and I go, we have new king. And then I put him down and go, I just kid with you. Boom, love Arlo. And I aggressively hug him. And then
I actually know I was a king.
Arlo.
I mean, we'll talk about that more later.
Boom intrigued. We talk now. Boom actually sits down on the balcony and waits for the story.
I'm gonna mention.
Someone keeps investigating.
Okay. With your investigation, you notice in the pit at the far end to the right, down in it, there's a pile of rubble, and it looks like there's a figure moving.
What the?
There's something's moving.
There's someone down there.
Oh, Boom will destroy for a little brother. How we get there? Can Boom jump?
It's about a 20-foot jump in, if you want to.
Toss me.
Boom no toss. Boom go! And I pick up Arlo and I put him aggressively on my shoulders and I hold his hands and I jump off the balcony.
We're the two you shouldn't have let go.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We're the barbarian bard, but not barbarian.
Not a barbarian. I'm a warlock.
I'm a fighter. This is terrible.
So you guys are both jumping in the pit?
Well, I mean, he really doesn't have a choice. I hate to say it.
Okay.
Unless, I mean,
In the pit and try to love someone.
if you resist, then yeah, by all means. But otherwise, like, I literally picked him up, put him on his shoulders, grabbed his hands, and went, "We go now, brother," and went blop and like jumped
Alright.
into the pit.
So you raid in instantly. I say you jump. You going to go right over to the pile?
I mean,
Okay.
do I take damage or anything?
No, we'll say you jump in. You're pretty athletic. You're in. You're good.
I'm actually pretty good with athletics. So.
Yeah, I'll give you it. No problem. You jump in. You run over the pile, and you start to see this movement. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
Both of us?
Arlo, yours is a disadvantage, please.
Oh, well, good thing mine is. Wait. Oh, it's a constitution? Shoot, never mind.
12.
Got it.
The disadvantage? 18 and a 6.
Okay. You got a 12. You have 18 and a 6. You both
Yeah, the 6.
instantly begin your bodies start to freeze up and start to get stone and start to get hardened.
Is this okay? So this isn't a poison effect.
No, this is not a poison effect. You guys, I'll let you make another one, but you're on your way to being petrified, basically.
Oh my god! All right. Oh, that's so much better. 17.
Am I still at disadvantage?
Yeah.
So you guys who are psychically linked, they're hearing this kind of terror
10.
happening to them?
Yep. No, absolutely. Boom's narrating the entire thing in his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, Howard is kind of just like filling in what's happening on their side.
Oh,
Now
you
it's
know
in
what?
their heads.
Oh, it's strength anyway. It's not constitution.
It's What do you guys got?
He's like, well, Boom
10.
Boom jumped.
10.
It's like Boom Boom's telling a story. Boom Boom jump. They said something about Boom Boom's getting hard. I don't know what that means. Oh, no, they're petrifying.
Petrifying.
Boom Boom
Maybe-
seems angry.
We should go there. We should go there.
I'm
We
thinking
should
We
go.
should probably
Go.
head back. Yeah.
Let us dash back.
Yeah.
Can
Go for
Can
it.
I attempt to giant might and see if that does anything for me?
Let's go.
Go for it.
Okay, so I quadruple in size. I become 8 feet tall, and I'm just a big old boy now.
I'm
You're
thinking-
Ant-Man, dude. You're Ant-Man. It's the best.
Make one more to see if the giant will can break this.
Okay. It's an 8.
Mid transformation, you start to feel this just. You're stuck in place.
Uh-oh.
Boom boom. If you want to make
You know my
one.
thoughts still.
Stuck halfway getting big.
One more con save.
Go for it. One more for me.
13 again.
Not enough, man. You're.
What?
Did we stop hearing their thoughts?
Or can we still hear? Can they still hear the thoughts?
Make. Oh man.
Can
I'll
I
say yes. You can hear thoughts still.
Is there
because
anything I
Are
can
we
do?
statues?
Am
Are
I
we statues? I think we're statues.
we're wrapping at 8:30. Real quick though, so I wanted to kind of put we're at 8:30. Do we need to wrap up completely, or
Right.
you just dip?
Yeah.
I unfortunately have a hard out at 8:30. I gotta help.
This
my
is
mom.
perfect. This is a perfect.
Yeah, this is a
breakdown.
great cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Now, do we get
statues.
to the room and do we see them petrified?
Yeah. I mean, you guys
Or do
started
we wait till
running
next
after the.
episode?
No, I'll say you guys come running up just as you see them look over,
And then they're done. They're frozen.
and they are still
We s-
telling. They're still talking to you.
So you
well,
guys
not
know
you,
that they're
Roon,
still alive. You can hear them.
yes, they can still hear.
I
you.
look at Remus immediately. Are they dead?
We can hear them, but they're
Nope. Nope. Boom Boom's still talking.
Can
Boom
I
Boom's
say
still
in my
Are you
head?
the basket lady and baby now?
In my head, can I say? I go, Mama, unstatue Boom Boom to destroy creature like a destroy painting.
Wait, what creature?
And we're gonna leave it there.
Creature.
Leave it there, guys. Thank you so
awesome.
much,
Oh,
everyone
God.
that tuned in.
That's
listening,
exactly what's
watching.
supposed to happen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We had it coming.
We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much. I was your DM for tonight, Dungeon Master Anthony. Please follow podcasters, follow the network, bicbp-radio.com. Check us out on YouTube. Hit like, subscribe, check them out. I'm gonna do roll call, and I'm gonna call it now. Howard, let him know where to find you.
What's up, Howard? I'm Daniel Chavez. You can find me at Instagram, Facebook, Ratfink Arts, RATPHINC Arts. I like to doodle sometimes. Check it out.
Arlo.
You can find me as James Sega on Instagram as InstaSlam, 2 A's, 2 M's. That's my wrestling Instagram. The same as Twitter. I don't really tweet that much, though. Also, you can find me on the network on the panel discussion talking comic books. You can find me on here and on Squad Life Gaming talking video games with my brother. So, yeah.
There you go. Roon.
Chris Chavez, don't find me.
All
No.
right.
I'm on podcast, bicbp-radio.com. Check it out.
Nice.
You ripped me off from last week, you piece of.
Remus.
I'm Ricky Coates. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Rick_Coates. Or if music ever comes back again, you will probably see me on the road selling shirts for bands.
Awesome. Finally, signing us off. Boom Boom. Where do they find you?
Follow my cat on Instagram at
I am.
Bob Fussins. Perfect. Also, follow me on Twitter at Ricky A. Laprade, Laprade, because my account got hacked in like last November, and I lost my blue check mark, and it sucks not being verified on Twitter. And I honestly, I it. I work in social media, so it's an embarrassment. I have 130 followers. Like, help me out, guys.
I think
Come
you
on.
still have more Twitter followers than I do, but whatever.
Follow,
Yeah, but
follow.
I do this for a
Clear check
living.
mark. for
Yeah,
you.
no, I know.
Yeah, you should stick wrapper.
Doesn't Boom
Not
Boom
at
have a
all.
Twitter too?
What's Boom Boom?
Boom Boom does, but I forgot.
It's like Boom _D&D, I think.
It is, but I
Yeah.
don't remember the login, so I can't.
That works for Boom Boom.
That's
That basically works.
That's fine.
Very on brand for Boom Boom. It was a great run, but then I got a new phone and now I don't remember it. So I'm like,
That's awesome.
Well, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for my friends, my players. I'm loving where this is going. I try to leave us off at a nice little cliffhanger tonight, and we'll see where it goes next week.
we're statues.
When we roll new characters.
Boom.
All right.
Get ready for